name in the back?
4 vehicles have been involved. 3 people in the vehicle there.
I can't get a response from any of them.
They're the ones in the front or the ones in the back?
Thank you for stopping by. Thank you. We have more time for more tricks, but unfortunately we're running out of time. Coming up, we could be calling you the Mega Cash.
And it's another cool, clear day in Parkes. Currently it's 7 degrees outside with an expected high of 19. So rug up and get those woolly socks on. And if you're on the road to work, let's go back to 1974 with a great Aussie classic from none other than the Ted Mulry Gang.
Jump in my car, I wanna take you home. Jump in my car, it's too far to walk on your own.
We interrupt this music because we have an important announcement to make. Brandon, you are breaking the law and you're above the speed limit of 100k.
Are you talking to me?
Of course I am. Do you know of any other Brandon doing 110k on the way to Northparkes at the moment? Just slow down.
But it shaved 5 minutes off my trip. It's only 10 kilometres over.
In reality, you're only saving 2 minutes, but it's not the point. As an employee at Northparkes, you have a duty of care in relation to driving.
And what's that?
You have to obey speed limits, comply with speed recommendations, and drive to conditions, especially in foggy and wet weather. That's better, Brandon. Country roads are notorious for car accidents. They look quiet and safe, but have many hidden hazards. They are dark at night, and often wild animals or livestock can appear at any moment. Tell me, Brandon, what should you do if you hit a kangaroo?
Oh, you reverse over it and just make sure it's dead.
No, Brandon, no. You have to stop and check if the animal is alive. If it is, don't approach it and ring access control on 6861 3211 or wires on 1300 556 686 for assistance. If it's dead, remove the carcass to the side of the road. It could be dangerous for motorbikes and other vehicles. You must report the incident when you get to Northparkes. Bogan Road is also a travelling stock route. Do you know what your duty of care is for livestock?
Oh, I know this one. You honk your horn and shoo them away and get them off the road.
We have a lot to get through today, Brandon. Your duty of care is never sound your horn, as this may frighten the animals. Watch out for stock crossing signs and slow down. Look out for working dogs, as they will be looking at the stock, not you. Brandon, don't even think about it.
No, I was just checking who it was.
Let's go over safe driving to and from work and the issues that affect driving. These are using your mobile phone while driving, not wearing your seatbelt, speeding, driving fatigue, tailgating, risky behaviour such as road rage, alcohol and drug use.
Yeah, fair enough.
Fatigue is also a factor. We have to be aware of it at Northparkes. Shift work and night shifts contribute to fatigue. Okay, Brandon, if you'd nodded off for 8 seconds travelling at 100k, how far would you travel?
About 30 metres?
Nope, 222 metres. Long enough for you to have a head-on with a vehicle or a tree.
I could wake up dead.
Exactly. Except you wouldn't wake up.
Oh, yeah.
And what's your alcohol intake? Even if you're under the legal limit, say at 0.04, it's almost double the risk of having an accident if you are sober. If you're under the legal limit, that won't do you any good at Northparkes. Why is that, Brandon?
Because Northparkes is zero alcohol to get on site.
Correct. So no late nights before you come to work, especially if you're at the pub with your mates. So Brandon, what would your duty of care be in this regard?
Don't drink and drive.
Yes, and?
Don't take illegal drugs.
What else?
Stay within the legal alcohol limits, but remembering that Northparkes is a 0 level limit to get on site.
Very good. There's one more.
Don't do wheelies in the car park.
Not even close. Do not drive if you're on medication that impairs driving ability. Check the warnings on any medication for this.
Okay, got it.
The estimated cost of traffic accidents in New South Wales each year is $2.8 billion.
Jeez.
And you can't put a price on the loss of life or a loved one. So remember, Brandon, always drive as if your life depended on it.
Here in my car, I feel safest of all. I can lock all my doors. It's the only way to live in cars. Here in my car, I can only receive. I can listen to you. It keeps me stable for days in cars.
This is the intersection for the entrance of Northparkes Mines. This intersection was upgraded in 2011 to assist with the flow of heavy and light vehicles entering and exiting the mine. Despite the improvements, we're still recording a number of near-miss incidents with traffic on the Bogan Road. A number of factors are potentially causing these incidents: fatigue, complacency, distractions, not focusing on the driving task. Let's review the intersection. The corner of the T section has been widened to accommodate our concentrate trucks and other heavy vehicles entering the site. The road has been divided from the highway, with a merging lane from Northparkes to minimise disruption to the existing Bogan Road traffic. There is a give way sign to all traffic on Northparkes lanes and a give way for vehicles entering the mine from the Trundle Peak Hill direction. We advise you treat it as a stop sign and stop at the intersection before turning left or right onto the Bogan Road. If you turn right heading towards Parks, be aware that you are in a merging lane and must give way to all traffic on your left. These roads merge in a fork arrangement into one lane, so be aware of any traffic on the highway. When entering Northparkes from the Trundle Peak Hill direction, normal rules apply and you must give way to all oncoming traffic. We recommend that you drive with your lights on during the day to increase your visibility to other road users. Be aware of the speed and distance of all traffic on the Bogan Road. You can't assume all traffic is travelling at the 100km speed limit. Cars travelling faster will approach much quicker than you estimate. It is safer to let them pass, even if you think you have sufficient time to turn.
You get a fast car. I want a ticket to anywhere.
Now we're officially on the mining lease, and there are different speed limits for different areas. Tell me, Brandon, what is the speed limit for Northparkes Lane?
Oh, no problems with this. It goes from 100 down to 60 and 30 at the end.
Very good. Now what about ore processing and underground?
30 kilometres at ore processing and underground.
Excellent. E26 access road?
60 kilometres.
Brayside access road?
60 kilometres.
Tailings dam access road?
60 kilometres in good weather and 30 kilometres in bad.
Well done, Brandon. You have a safe day.
I'm in love with my car. Got a feel for my automobile. Get a grip on my racer roller. Such a thrill when your radio squeal.
G'day, Brandon. Good to see you doing your pre-start.
Oh, what now? A talking engine?
And we take turns. Brandon, before we even do a pre-start, how do we park our vehicles at Northparkes?
All vehicles have got to be fundamentally stable before you start.
And how do we do that?
Either park it in a spoon drain, have your wheels chocked, or have it parked in a designated parking area to keep your vehicle stable.
No flies on you. Okay, let's look at your pre-start book. Can you tell me what a Category A fault is?
Category A, the machine must not be operated until the fault is rectified, and you must notify your supervisor immediately.
Category B?
The machine must not be operated until the fault is rectified for operation, or it is approved by a competent person.
And who might a competent person be?
Oh, my supervisor?
That's the one. And it can also be a mechanic who fixes the vehicle as well.
Yeah.
What about Category C?
Oh, the machine may be operated, but corrective action is required, and you must report it to your supervisor.
And what about Category D?
Oh, Category D? Where's Category D?
Just joking, Brandon. We engines have a sense of humour, you know.
Ha ha ha. Very funny.
Hi, Brandon. It's me again.
You never give up, do you?
We're nearly there. What are your responsibilities before driving a vehicle on site?
Do a pre-start, of course.
What else?
Have a valid driver's license.
And?
Make sure your flashing light is on before driving, and it's correct for the task.
And make sure it's on in all operational areas. Nearly there. What else?
Permits?
That's right. Make sure you don't enter areas without the correct licences and site safety modules. What about driving underground?
Make sure you wear your hard hat and your safety glasses at all times.
Not only that, wear all your PPE underground or have it with you, including gloves, hearing protection, dust masks, and obviously your cap lamp and self-rescuer, and that you are licensed to drive underground.
You got a fast car. I got a plan to get us out of here. Been working at the convenience store. Managed to save just a little bit of money. Won't have to drive too far. Just cross the border and into the city. You and I.
Hey Brandon, it's me again.
Oh, what now? You never give up, do you?
This is the last time, I promise. This one's easy.
Okay, go ahead.
When driving around site, what rules should always be observed?
You've got to obey all road rules, obey the speed limit, and watch out for pedestrians, and always give way to emergency vehicles, drive the conditions of the road and the weather.
Very good. Anything else?
Use positive communication when overtaking heavy vehicles, never use your mobile while driving, and always wear your seatbelt.
And?
Always have your window up in hot, dusty, noisy conditions.
One more.
No
smoking in vehicles.
Oh, I don't smoke anyway.
Very good, Brandon. It's a filthy habit. Now, what hazards should you watch out for while driving around site?
Be aware of wildlife. You've got to be careful when refuelling to avoid spillage. Blind corners, cross traffic, traffic flow, and large machinery.
Lucky last.
Stay on existing roads to avoid environmental damage, and always leave farm gates how you found them.
Good stuff, Brandon. Now, if you can remember all those points, you'll be driving safely to and from work and on site. I'll see you next time.
Oh, can't wait.
G'day, Brendan. How are we?
Andrew, good, how are you?
Yeah, good, mate. What are we up to?
Oh, not much. I'm just bringing 014 in. It keeps talking to me.
I see. It's talking to you? Now, what's it talking to you about?
Oh, it keeps going on about safe driving and all that sort of stuff, and it won't even let me listen to the radio in peace.
Mate, you're lucky you're in 014. If you're in 065, it knows absolutely nothing about safe driving.
Huh?